Hello fellow makers, it's Clint from Custom 3D Specialties here. Today we got another edition of What's in the Box. So we got this big box here. You can see UPS kind of had their way with it. I mean, I don't feel like anything's broken there. I hope it's not. We're about to find out. Another hole here. Another big hole here. I at least feel foam here. I didn't feel foam in the other one. There's no foam in the top part. I don't feel no foam here. I feel the cover. But let's see what we got here. I can fill you in. It's the Anycubic Photon Mono X 6K. This is from their first batch of releases from their pre-sale. This is not a demo test model. I was not sent this model or this printer. I bought this printer. So we got our normal corners and plastic corners. We got our bag here, which should contain the whole printer. It's a slow process. It's coming. And there it is. Alright. So we got a styrofoam cover. And then again on the inside of the box you got your long corners. And on the bottom you have 4 more pieces of corners and your 4 plastic corners in the corners as well. So it looks like I got lucky and no damage was done to the cover that I can see yet. So on the very top here, we got another piece of foam. Looks like a little better quality than the original Mono X first round covers. Hopefully this one doesn't crack. So under the cover we have the instruction manual. We have your leveling card, and we have a screen protector. Does not look like you have an extra. They did not send any extra FEP so far. Let me just look in the manual here. In the box. No, it does not say anything about a spare piece of FEP. So, yep, you get your leveling card, your manual, and your screen protector. And then underneath the cover, you have your more foam with your vat, and it looks like they have a liner protector on the bottom of your vat. That is aluminum, and it is also the appears to be the double ring that screws into the bottom of the vat. You do have Maxmark in here on both sides. You do have your pour spout. Said this is aluminum. This don't look much different than the regular Mono X. Luckily, I just happen to have one sitting right here. It does have a little resin in it, but that is maybe just slightly a hair bigger. We're talking maybe a millimeter or two. Not much difference there besides the extra Maxmark. That's just maybe casting difference compared top to bottom that I'm seeing the difference of. I can't flip this. Well, here, I can do this. I can put this one down. And I can do this. So let's see. It is just a hair bigger here. But I mean, your holes line right up. I bet you these vats are interchangeable. You could use one on the other. Let's put this one back down. Okay, so here's our vat. Then we have our power brick. We have the power cord. We do have the build plate. This is the laser etched. See if you can see that. And see, that is the laser etched one. Hopefully that is flat. Now I do have a build plate here from my Mono X. Let's just see here. It's supposed to be a little bit bigger build volume, but these plates are the exact same size. The exact same size. Like I said, this is one from a Mono X that I have to sand down and get rid of the concaveness on here. Hopefully this one is not concave. So what else do we have? We have our toolkit with our Allen wrenches, our gloves, screws, 2 different sizes, our plastic spatula, the warranty certification card, and the USB. And we also have a mask and funnels. Getting a little bit of glare from that. Yeah, let's do that there. And we have our spatula. And then we take one comes off first. It's not all connected. So we take this one off. This reveals more of the printer. Take this one off. Now we should lift this out of here. And there we go. Oh, I felt a little rock there. Okay, let's take a little look at this. Okay, we got the same feet as the Model X, adjustable for height. That's good. There we go, that's better. Alright. So we do have a protective layer on here. And the cassette decks come with a screen protector. We got our build plate knob. Oh wow, that is very, very crooked. That wobbles all over the place. Okay. Granted, it is just a knob, but that screw is not in there straight at all. And the threads are pretty chewed up. Looks like we got our same dual rails. Hopefully there's grease in these this time. The original Model X's were shipped with no grease. Let's take a look at the printer, flip it upside down again. We got our adjustable feet. We got our dual cooling fans. We have our 3.5 inch touchscreen. The Photon Model X 6K tag mark. On the right side of the printer, when you are looking at it, you are going to have your USB, your on and off switch, and where your power plugs into. On the back, you're going to have your same two cooling fans. And on the other side is just going to be your warranty card information. So let's see what else in the packages here. Like I said, you got your gloves and your funnels, or masking funnels. Looks like they give you about 5-6 funnels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 funnels, and 1 mask. The mask is good more for if you're sanding your resin prints, more on the finishing side of it. This mask does not protect anything from the VOCs or resin smell or anything like that. It's more for dust, particle, that type. We have our big metal spatula. You use this on the build plate only. So only use that on here. Do not use it on your screen if you get resin on there, or do not use it in your vat. You do not want to use this and this. That's a no-no. You will puncture a hole in that fab quicker than you think. Okay. So what else we have in here? We have our vat knobs. And I am curious. I'll just put these in here for now. We got our USB. We got our gloves, probably 3 to 4 pairs of gloves. Those are good for this use. Got our plastic spatula. This is the one you're going to want to use. If you get any resin on your screen protector to try and get it off, or if you get resin stuck in here, this is the one you'll want to use in your vat. We got our warranty card. You got 2 different size screws that they sent extra with. Which I believe those are going to be for the vat. And then you have your 3 Allen wrenches. These 2 will be for the vat, and this one will be for leveling the build plate. This is the big one. And then you have your Wi-Fi antenna. That goes right here in the back right hand corner. So we'll put him on, and we'll leave this one out. Put all the rest of this back in the bag. As soon as this will not be used at the moment. Okay, close all that up. Okay, so let's get our power brick here. Oh, we're gonna plug this in. Hope everyone's been doing good. Hope you had a happy new year, a Merry Christmas. I wish everybody a happy, healthy, safe, and prosperous 2022. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel. You will get notified with new videos and new content that I put up. And by liking, you also help me out and raise the algorithms a little bit. So power brick is on. Let's turn our printer on. And screen fires up. There we go. So same as the Mono X, top button is your print button, middle button is your system button, bottom button is your tools button. Let's take a look at system. You got language. I switched it to Chinese. We'll go back to English. We have service, which is going to be your www.anycubic.com. We have info. This is the Photon Mono X 6K, version 1.1, my ID, and the Link AP address and password. Have to get hooked up later. So that was service and info. Yep. Okay. So that's everything in system. For print, that's just going to be your basic willows on your USB stick. You can plug that in real quick and let's see what's on there. Most likely, majority of it's going to be the software and your one test file, which is just the Anycubic lattice cube with the Anycubic crossing on the inside. So we'll go back, take this out. Like I said, majority of this is probably going to be all computer stuff, digital manual, Anycubic Photon Workshop, slicing software, and all your documentation type stuff. And let's go to tools. Tools, we have our Move Z our detection and our exposure. So if we hit move Z, we can go 10 millimeters, go up. It's going to bring this Z axis up. So for our nice fluid functional motions, that's good. One thing I do see off the bat here is they changed the zero leveling guide. Seems like it's now plastic. This used to be silver and metal. Now plastic. I don't know why you would have switched that to plastic. The metal one, if it at least bent, you could bend it back. This plastic one, if it breaks, it breaks. I don't know. I'm not sure if I like that upgrade, if you want to call it an upgrade. Might be more of a downgrade to save on cost. I will be popping these open and checking to see if there's some grease in here too. So let's raise this all the way to the top. Rails do feel like they got an oil on them, so hopefully this is greased. It don't feel like the sticky shipping oil that's usually on this type of stuff. There is a protector on your screen here. So just out of curiosity, the new vat is sitting up here. I'm gonna grab my old vat that still has resin in it. You know, you can still see the resin marks in there. So this is the old one. And I'm just going to check and see here. That dropped right in place. There's plenty room. So we know the build plate didn't change size. And as you can see, the vat for the Mono X fits perfectly on the Mono X 6K. So if you have extra build plates or extra vats and you have a from your Mono X, you can swap between the two printers. So far I'm not seeing much of a difference. Let's just put this one on real quick. This does have the feet on the bottom also. That lock right into the holes here, and then also when you set it down on something, it protects the bottom of your feb. So, as you can see, both vats fit. Overall, don't look like too much was changed aesthetically. Pretty much has all the same look of the original Mono X, minus your 6K here. Let's get back to the menu. So there, we moved all the way up to the top. You'll have your home button, you'll have your move 1mm button, and you move your move 0.1mm button. Your up, your down, return, Z equals 0. So after you level your plate, you push that button, and this is the stop. Detection mode. Let's see, this will be for 3 seconds. Let's check the the LCD and the light. Make sure that didn't get damaged during shipping. And we have our outer ring lit up with the center square non-lit. And let's go to exposure. Exposure, you have 3 different ones you can pick from. I will put this down to 3 seconds also. And we'll do the first one. This should be full screen exposure. Full screen exposure. Down to 3. Let's move down to the next one here. This should be center square exposure with the outside blocked off. Center square exposure, outside blocked off. And the last one should be screen fully blocked off. And screen fully blocked off. Okay, so that all went fine. Before I put this on, I keep wanting to put this on because it's here. Before I put that on, I really want to check and see if there's grease in here. Where's my wrench? You are not going to want to remove this black tape. You're going to want to remove the cover that I just did. Clean your screen with alcohol. Dry it off with a lint-free cloth. Make sure there is no dust, no streaks. You do also get a cleaning kit, which I did already put this screen on due to already doing an unboxing video, but I had errors with the recording, so I had to redo it. So I can't show you the little cleaning kit, but you get an alcohol pad, you get a little felt cloth, you get some guides to guide the screen protector down, and you get a little sticky dust remover. So you want to grab your screen protector, grab your instruction sheet. On here it does tell you that there is a screen protector installed already, and it gives you the breakdown of what the layers are. That you'll have a protective film, you'll have the screen protector, then you'll have a polarizing film, and you'll have your black shading sticker gasket that goes around the complete outer rim of your screen. On the back side, it gives you installing instructions. You're going to want to grab your little install packet. Open that up. Inside is going to consist of a few key installation tools. You're going to have some guide stickers and a lint dust remover stickers, an alcohol prep pad, and a little microfiber lint-free drying cloth. If your printer is new, you do not need to install the extra screen protector as one comes pre-installed. But if you have a leak in your vat and get resin on your pre-installed screen protector, you will have to remove your existing damaged screen protector and add the new one. That was the factory installed screen protector protective film I just pulled off. You have your black ring of security tape on your screen protector. You're going to have two tabs, a front and a back. Again, if your printer is new, you have a screen protector pre-installed from the factory. Grab your alcohol wipe pad. Mine was very, very dry. I had to go get some alcohol to re-wet it. Make sure your alcohol prep pad is moist. And start to clean your screen. Removing any dust, debris, fingerprints, wet or dried resin, and remove your damaged screen protector. Clean the actual screen. Then you'll want to grab the supplied lint-free cloth and dry your screen off, leaving no streaks I'm not a big fan of these little cloths. Usually I use a lint-free cloth called a Berkshire, which I'm about to go grab. And I added a little Windex just to get rid of the streaks that the supplied lint-free cloth would not get rid of. Making sure to clean and dry thoroughly. Make sure your screen is nice and dry, free of streaks, fingerprints, dust, debris. Now grab your screen protector. You want to peel off the tab that says back. Do not touch the sticky side of the screen protector. Carefully line it up between the pieces of black tape, getting it as close to the edge as possible. It should fit just between the inside edge of the black protective tape. Slowly start pushing down and peeling off the remainder of the bottom protective film, making sure to get no air bubbles between your screen protector and the screen. Make sure to check your lineup and edges, that you're not overlapping the black tape, and don't leave a gap between the black tape and the screen protector. Make sure screen protector is adhered, pushing down while you still have the initial front screen protector covered or protective layer on the screen protector. Finally, peel off the top film and your screen protector is installed. I like to use a flashlight to check and make sure that there are no air bubbles, fuzz, lint, dust, debris, and also checking the lineup of the screen protector parallel inside the black tape. And you are finished installing your screen protector. So let's level this plate. We will go to Move Z. Actually, let's go back and let's check our settings here. On the right side, we have our sprocket, we have our lock, we have our speaker, and we have the return. So it looks like we can still adjust our UV power. What can we go down to? The Mono X, you could go down to 30. Looks like minimum you can go down to is 40% UV power on the 6K. Dropping your UV exposure time or percentage, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, you save life on your screen. You can dial in your resin settings a little bit better. They may take a few more thousandths of a second to cure, but you might be able to get some finer details. At least this is what I did with my Mono X. To get finer details was drop the UV power down and raise the exposure time. We'll see if we have to do that with the 6K. But it was set at 100. I am definitely not running at 100. I will start with 75% and see what that gets me. And we have up, down, return. So that was in your sprocket settings. You have your lock. This is your hood detection, door detection. So on the back of your hood, you have a little sticker here. There's a little sensor in the back here, behind your dual Z-rods or linear rails, that when the cover is on, it will stay printing. Once the cover is lifted and the sticker moves out of view of the red light in the back, the printer will stop and pause. I like that disabled for me because I do not like the printer to pause while it is in the middle of printing. Okay, so we can go back. We have our sound button that just turns the beep sound on and off when you push a button. We'll go to Z, or move Z. We'll go to home. Make sure your build plate is loose, so when it comes to the bottom, it will not crack or crush your screen. Make sure everything is off of your screen. Nothing on your build plate. And do not forget to put down your good old leveling paper. Line that up over your screen. Okay. Now for me, I like to start in the right rear and just snug it up a little bit. Then I move to the left front. Same thing, just snug that up a little bit while applying pressure. Not a lot, just enough pressure to hold it down. Then I come to the right front. Then I go to the left rear. And I'm not tightening them up, I'm just snugging them up to where, you know, they stop spinning freely. Now that everything's nice and snug, I'll come back through right rear. And now here's where I'll actually tighten everything. Okay. So again, if you plan on using the screen protector, put your screen protector on before you level your plate. Otherwise, if you level your plate, then put your screen protector on, it's going to change the height and not going to allow this to come home to the setting you're about to set it at. So now that everything is good here, I have my screen protector on, I leveled my plate, everything is tight. I can hit Z equals 0, enter, and yes, I want to move the platform up, so I will hit enter again. Now we'll go back to move Z, 10 millimeters, and go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to raise it up 60 millimeters. We can peel off our liner off the vat. And now what I'm also going to do real quick, So I'm going to grab my other phone. And I'm going to grab a pencil with a nice soft eraser on it. I'll open my phone up here. And I'm going to open an app called Audio Spectrum. So I'm going to open the Audio Spectrum app. I'm just going to close that. And this basically records the hertz of sound. Many of you have seen it before. So I will just set this on the table here. I will aim this in the center like this. With your rubber end, just very lightly. Tap on the back like a drum. I'm getting about 198 to 210. Yeah. So next time you change your FEP, if you want to get it as close to factory as possible, you want to shoot for a range in that app of 198 hertz to 210 hertz. I got a couple hairs on the back of here. Good thing about static, alright, there we go. So I always put my drain hole to the back. They do have screws in here in the back that the vat does line up to. So there we go. We should be ready to print. Pour in our resin, select your file. You can start with the supplied refile or the supplied test file that they give you. Personally, I like to run a resin exposure test file. That helps calculate what your printer settings are needed for that certain type of resin. You can go with base settings, but those are just base settings. Those get you in the ballpark of producing a good print. Don't always give you the finest detail or the easiest support removal. Sometimes they're a little overexposed. Base settings are usually never underexposed unless you do something where you turn your UV all the way down as far as it can go and expect the base settings to work. They may, most likely they won't. You're probably going to have some failures. That's why I like to run a resin exposure test file as my first print right away. That way I get a base on where the machine is and what I need to do to get my resin to print the best possible on this machine. Well, we pretty much covered the whole machine. Really looks like the only thing that has been updated is the laser etching on the same size build plate, the 6K mono screen, grease in the bearings, and I think this top is a little different up here. It's notched a little bit differently than what the original Mono X is. I believe this had a little more solid piece that the lead screw actually went into. Otherwise, this seems to be a Mono X, just with a different screen. I have not opened the inside yet to, see the board or compare the light array, the LED matrix on this and the Mono X. Something I definitely will be doing in the future. You will be seeing some test prints, comparison, side by side, printer versus printer, same resin. I can try to do same settings. I can't guarantee same settings are going to work, just for the simple fact of it's a different screen that I can tell so far. And if the LED matrix is a little different, that also may have some effect on settings that work on the 4K, but that might not work on the 6K. Other than that, I mean, there's not much difference. So, I hope you enjoyed the unboxing video. I will have the software installation, the first test print videos coming up, along with some comparison videos. So again, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, hit the like button, and I hope you enjoyed. Take care, everybody. Have fun making. Bye.